Hi everyone, it's Deva and Eric with Century 21 Award.
Hello.
We're here in our office in the I-15 corridor with a real estate update. So we're getting into the second quarter of 2017 and the market is really hot right now.
Yes.
Last year, 2016, was our best year yet.
Yes.
And so far this year, we have closed and pending more business than we did all year last year.
That's
so
right.
We're excited about that.
Absolutely.
Eric, can you tell us a little bit more about what's going on out there right now?
Yeah, 2017 has been a phenomenal real estate year so far. We've been in this business almost 15 years, and like Deva said, 2016 was our best year ever, and 2017 is going to surpass that by a mile, which is very exciting. A lot of it has to do with just how much activity is going on out there, and the real story, of course, as it's been for many years, is low inventory. But even with low inventory, you can still operate in this market. There's still just about enough for everybody, I think.
We've opened 2 escrows for buyers in the past couple of days. So
yeah,
buyers
just this morning.
Yeah.
Buyers can definitely be successful in this market. You just need the right agent. So as we usually do in these update videos, I'm going to go ahead and look at April of 2016 for San Diego overall versus April 2017. So we're going to talk about all of San Diego here. In 2016, April had 3,747 active listings and then 3,560 total sales with a median price of $475. So that's 2016. Fast forward to April of 2017, and we had 4,224 active properties, which, you know, not a whole lot of increase in inventory there over 2016. Total sales in April for 17 were 3,137, so just a little less than 2016. But get this, the median price in San Diego County for April 2017 was $519, which is an 8% increase over April last year.
Wow.
So as I always caution, when you're looking, last year's April versus this year's, that doesn't necessarily mean that prices have gone up 8%, although I think they probably have just about that much. But last April to this April, just looking at those 2 months, 8% increase.
Wow.
So we're really off to a screaming start in 2017 for San Diego real estate.
So a few months ago, we were talking with some friends, and they told us that they would like to own a home, but prices are so crazy they would never consider paying that much for a house.
Yeah.
So we sat down with them and talked about the costs and benefits of owning and renting, because there's a lot more that goes into your housing cost than just your monthly payment. So we sat these guys down with one of our great lenders to get pre-approved and find out what they could actually purchase. And they realized that it was going to make more financial sense for them to buy. So we're out looking for homes for them now, and they're looking forward to locking in their housing payment for the next 30 years.
That's absolutely right. The price of real estate in San Diego County is high, yes. However, again, I've said this before, it's really nothing compared to prices in other parts of California and other parts of the country and the world. Los Angeles and San Francisco have much higher median prices than San Diego. And of course that's compensated for because they have higher median income as well. But San Diego is still affordable. So, the median price in San Francisco County is over $800,000. And I just told you the median price in San Diego County for April was about $519. So we have a much lower median price. And when you look at the cost of owning versus renting, home ownership almost always comes out on top. Even though the Fed has raised interest rates a couple of times in the last 6 months, mortgage rates are still very low. In fact, the last time the Fed raised the rate, I think mortgage rates actually went down. The average 30-year fixed mortgage is around 4% right now. And it's really dangerous when you start calling lenders and asking them to quote you rates, because it's always going to change based on the day, what's happening in the markets, and also your personal situation can dictate what kind of a rate you can get. And until a lender has actually underwritten you, they really can't tell you what your rate's going to be. So last year at this time, rates were around 3.5%. So they've come up some, but still the cost of owning a home is less than renting.
So what are some other benefits of owning a home besides what you just mentioned? I think sometimes people don't think about tax savings and also the lost opportunity cost when you're renting.
Yeah, those are both excellent points. I mean, when you take on a 30-year mortgage, say on a $500,000 home, I'm just using 500,000 as a nice round number, you're going to be paying at least $20,000 a year in mortgage interest alone. So, for instance, if you have children and you're renting, each child gets you $7,500 a year in tax write-offs. So, if you got 2 kids, that's $14,000 you can write off. So here's a $20,000 a year deduction on a $500,000 house, figuring, I think I figured that at a 4% mortgage rate. So you combine that with the $6,000 or $7,000 a year you're going to pay in property taxes, and you're almost easily to a $30,000 a year tax deduction when you buy a house. When you purchase a home, you can march right into your HR director and have them adjust the withholdings on your paycheck. So you can actually sit down with your tax professional and figure out what your tax savings is likely to be and adjust your paycheck accordingly. So when you rent, you can't do that. You're not getting any tax benefit. So the actual cost of owning a home, you must factor in the tax savings to your monthly payment. So, when you're renting, you're not only paying your landlord's mortgage, but you're missing out on the biggest tax savings that ordinary Americans are allowed to have. So that's a huge benefit to ownership. So not only is the tax benefit of home ownership huge, but what Deva said a few minutes ago about lost opportunity cost is also huge, because the thing that people don't think about, or maybe they do think about, but it isn't necessarily always emphasized, is the equity that you're building. If you'd owned a home for the past 12 months, you would have now had that 8% increase in home value as equity in your home. And that's not saying that you can reach in your pocket and there's your home equity, but it's peace of mind, it's security, and it's something that you are absolutely not building when you're renting.
That is true.
Yeah, so it becomes pretty obvious quickly that renting is throwing away serious amounts of cash. If you're paying $2,500 a month in rent, and that's actually kind of low in San Diego County right now for a median-sized home, you're paying $30,000 a year in rent, and that's just going away. There's no benefit to that. And I don't say that to make you feel bad. I'm just driving home the point that everybody should be trying to formulate a plan to buy a home. It just should be part of your financial plan.
Absolutely. So what would you say to someone who's watching and maybe has bad credit or not much of a down payment?
Well, first thing I can say is that we've all been there.
That is true.
We've all been there. So the first thing is that you should not be ashamed, embarrassed, afraid to talk to a professional about these things, because we can hook you up with a great mortgage person who can analyze your entire situation and figure out where you stand. And if you're not able to qualify right then that day, they can at least put you on the path. The first step to achieving a goal is figuring out the plan. So a great mortgage person can lay it all out there for you and help you figure out exactly what you need to do. If it's a credit issue, how you can fix that. Or if it's, you need to make more money, then, it may take more time, but at least you give yourself a baseline of where you're at and figure out what you need to do to get there.
Well, I think that's all for today. We hope you liked the video. If you did, please like, share, or leave us a message in the comments.
Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day.